Welcome, ladies and gentlemen. You have found the Success Series webinar brought to you by State Civil Service, and we are so thrilled that you're here with us today because we got a topic that is an important one for you. We've got the topic of preparing for retirement. It's one of the big things that people come to the state for because we have such a wonderful retirement program, that and the fantastic people that you get to work with. And so today is a chance for you to find out more about that. We have with us some wonderful guests today who are going to help us with this. We have from the education team of Lasers, we have Janet Harris. I'm going to let you introduce yourself to us.
Hey, I'm Janet Harris. I'm a retirement benefits specialist at Lasers. This is what I do full time. I've got over 27 and a half years with the state, and I go around the state and inform everybody about the longest vacation of your life is retirement.
Yay!
So we're going to cover, whenever you call Lasers or you would like to schedule a workshop, you're going to be talking to me. And I'm looking forward to meeting some of you. If you've never had a workshop at your agency, hey, give us a call.
Oh, that would be wonderful. Then everybody can ask their questions at one time. Oh, yeah, I like that. And now, Carlos, introduce yourself to us.
Hello, my name is Carlos Jones, and I'm a retirement benefits educator at Lasers. I'll sometimes travel the state with Janet Harris, where we'll conduct retirement workshops and council members.
Mm-hmm.
In addition, I also counsel members in the office, and I'll answer phone questions. So I'm one of the voices that you'll hear when you call the hotline.
Oh, we have connections now. I like this. All right, so we are set. We're going to get a chance to talk with y'all about some of these things today. Our goal today is, oh, I'm sorry. I totally forgot to mention my us. Okay. Yeah, I'm Christy. We have our co-producers today. We have Glenn Hayes. Hi, Glenn.
Hi, how are you all doing? This is my last webinar as the producer here. I'm passing the torch to Todd here, who will do an amazing job moving forward.
Our new production pro here, Todd Justice. Todd, thanks for joining us.
Good to be here. Let's hope this is Glenn's last year.
Oh, I appreciate y'all being a part of this program. They make it work. I just sit here and talk. All right. So our goal today is to share information to help you in planning for your retirement. Now, the truth of the matter is, a lot of us know very little about Lasers, the Louisiana State Employees Retirement System. What are some of the basic things that we need to know about our retirement system? Can you get us started, Janet?
Absolutely. Lasers is a defined benefit plan, and we fall under the IRS code 401A. And we provide a monthly retirement benefit that provides a lifetime monthly benefit to most state employees when they reach retirement eligibility. Now, your benefit is protected by the Louisiana Constitution, and it's guaranteed for life from the day you retire to the day that you die.
You don't hear that on many things.
No, you don't.
Yes.
Also, Lasers provides disability retirement. People that can no longer perform their job duties, they can apply for disability. And then we also provide survivor benefits. If you die while still in active service, your loved ones would receive a benefit depending on the number of years you have at the time of death.
Mm-hmm.
And then we also provide spousal benefits. So depending on your situation, how those benefits work is determined when they apply.
That's wonderful. I didn't realize we have all these other ones involved in there. I will say that I learned a lot. When I decided I was going to do this, I went on the website and I started looking at all your videos. I love Jenny's life. That's just interesting, okay? Very cool. And those videos, they explained the basics, like, how our retirement is funded. And that's one that I would like to ask you about right now. If you could just kind of explain that briefly.
Okay. It's funded by three main sources. The first is your employer contributions. We call those ERS, employer contributions. That's what the agencies pay to Lasers to fund your benefit. Mm-hmm. We also are funded by what we call employee contributions, and we call those E's at the office. We have acronyms at the office.
Oh, I can imagine.
And that's what you pay to Lasers to fund your benefit. And then the largest portion of the funding is our investment earnings.
That's just amazing to look at that pie chart. and realize how much of it comes from the investments that y'all make.
Mhm.
That's incredible. Some more stuff from those handouts that we have attached to the site here. This is information from the Lasers overview document that's in those handouts. And we wanted to know what's important for us to understand about this section on eligibility, Carlos.
Well, there are 23 different retirement plans, so understanding a member's eligibility is very critical when planning for your retirement. And you can actually determine your eligibility by going to our video library on the website and looking at the What is Your Retirement Plan and Retirement Eligibility video. You can also view our Member's Guide to Retirement. And if you're still having trouble, you can just call the Lasers office and we'll actually tell you when your first eligibility date is.
Wow. Awesome. Now that's customer service. All right. I love this. Okay. Question here. What happens to our leave when we decide to retire?
Well, what's your service state service? A portion of your leave, that's going to be paid to you by your employer. The remaining balance, Lasers will compensate you for it, both sick and annual. And then the retiree is going to have the choice. Either they're going to convert their leave to additional years of service to increase the monthly retirement benefit, or they're going to take a lump sum value of that leave. And in taking that lump sum, they can opt to either roll that leave over to a qualifying retirement account like an IRA or deferred comp, or they can have that leave paid directly to them.
Cool. Okay. So real good options here. What do we have in some questions?
We have a question here from Myrtle asking, how many vested years are required to receive disability retirement?
Since I've talked about disability, it's 10. As long as you have 10 years,
Okay.
you can apply for disability.
All right. Fantastic. Oh, could you explain this, Janet? What it means when you talk about increasing our years of service credit and what this might be good for?
Sure. You can purchase service in a way to increase your years of service, and it can be done in several different ways. There's a comprehensive list in Chapter 6 of the Member's Guide to Retirement. But a couple of examples would be, let's say you work for the state, you left, and you pulled your money out. That's called refunding your employee contributions.
Okay.
When you do that, you lose those years of service.
Okay.
You're not in Lasers anymore.
Okay.
So down the road, say you come back to Lasers or to the state, and your position, you're a member of Lasers again. You could repay that refunded time.
Oh.
And get credit for it, just as if you didn't.
So like the time was not even gone.
Right.
Okay.
They're back in. Another way that you can purchase years of service credit is you may purchase military service. There's 2 different types depending on when you served. One's called USERRA, the other one is called non-USERRA. Another way that's pretty popular, everybody wants to know all about it, it's called airtime. And the reason we call it airtime is you're pulling years out of the air.
Oh, I like this. Okay.
It's time you never worked. So it's non-worked years. And you can purchase that time several different ways. There's more details in our Member's Guide to Retirement. A common thing is, can you give me a ballpark figure of what that cost would be? And unfortunately, we cannot. You have to apply. There's a fee to have that cost calculated.
Well, there's so many variables involved there that it'd be impossible to even ballpark it, wouldn't it?
Absolutely.
Makes sense.
There's a couple of other ways that you can receive service credit, and that is, let's say you work for the state, but you paid into another retirement system. Let's say there's quite a few retirement systems in the state, and you can transfer that time from that other retirement system into Lasers and have all your years in one place. Okay. You can also ask us, instead of transferring the years, you can ask us to recognize the time, and you would get a benefit from each retirement system rather than if you transferred it, you get one check, where if you ask us to recognize it, you would get 2 checks, one from each retirement system.
Wow.
So that's another way that you can increase your years of service credit.
A lot of these would be really good for people who came to the system later, came to the state later on. Do we have another question coming in?
Actually, we have several questions. The question up first, actually, Ledbetter asked, what is the difference between USERRA and non-USERRA? USERRA?
Okay, well, USERRA military time is time that you have participated, or served in the military after August of 1990. And there's not a fee to purchase that time, whereas any time before that, non-USERRA time, is service that you participated in, or military time before that
Before
date.
90, okay.
And there's a fee
Okay.
of $150 to start that purchase.
Interesting. A good question.
Another question from Kathy Logan asks, I am within 18 months of retirement eligibility. How do I request an estimate of my benefits? Additionally, I will be younger than 55. How do I figure out the excess that I will pay for insurance coverage through OGB?
Oh, that is a loaded question. To answer your question about how soon you can apply for an estimate of your benefits, you can apply for an estimate when you're within 18 months from the date of retirement, and you do that by submitting an estimate request form, which is a Form 5-1. Now, the OGB question, you need to go to the OGB website to get your question answered. And we do have links on our website, on our homepage, under helpful links that you can go to the OGB website directly. Mm-hmm.
Good information here.
Mm-hmm.
One last question that we have right now asks, so I only have 8 years of service with the state, and I am in my 50s. It really sounds like there would be no reason for me to try to buy years of service towards retirement. It looks like I need to have 20 years. Question.
Okay. Because that's such a specific question, we would like you to go to Ask Lasers, which on our homepage, there's a link called Contact Us. And under Contact Us, there's an Ask Lasers link. And we can do the research and we can specify, answer the specific question, because without looking at your records, we can't answer that.
I want to sneak one
That's
more
good.
in here.
Okay.
Y'all are popular. What can you say?
This one seems pretty pertinent. Sandra asks, are we required to let lasers know when we begin drawing retirement from another system?
No, we don't care. You can draw benefit from lasers and draw benefit from Social Security and draw benefit from teachers' retirement. Yeah,
Oh,
it
they're all
doesn't
separate.
matter.
Okay.
Yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay.
So they're independent.
Good.
Sure, they're independent.
Good information. Okay, fantastic. Well, now I have heard a lot of questions that come up frequently about lasers. We have the frequently asked question list. Wanted to look at some of those right now that some of the people asked. Okay, go ahead and laugh. I'm sorry, but I had to put this up because when I searched for a picture on Vested on our clip art thing, this is what came up. So I'm sorry, that's all I have for a graphic. What does it mean to be vested? We hear it like the magic word.
Okay. You have a vested right to a benefit when you reach retirement eligibility, and you must have the required age and years of service. Once you have the required years, you can defer retirement or defer receiving a monthly benefit until you reach the appropriate age. Okay. So you have a vested right to a benefit when you reach retirement age, eligibility.
Okay. All right. Okay. Let's see here. This one's for you, Carlos. I understand that lasers is not like a bank account. We can't put money in, take money out, except for like the airtime thing and all. But there are a lot of different methods we can use to save additional dollars for retirement. Is that correct?
That's correct. There are many different ways that you can use to supplement your retirement. One would be investing in something like an IRA or a 401k. Also, we have many state employees who invest in what's called Louisiana Deferred Compensation. That's something that you can actually go to your Human Resources Department, have them sign you up for deferred comp, and start contributing to a Louisiana Deferred Compensation account.
Oh, so that kind of protects you, gives you extra that goes along with your retirement.
Correct. It's an additional way to supplement your retirement, kind of an additional nest egg to help you be prepared for retirement.
What a nice thing to be able to have as far as for those people who are early in their careers. If they started doing things like that, they could have a considerable nest egg by the time they retired. Excellent. Okay, here's a big question now. What should I do? I'm getting closer to retirement. What should I be considering?
Well, in addition to the financial aspect of retirement, We also want to prepare by looking at how our healthy living and how we're going to engage with our community and in our social network.
Mm-hmm.
We also want to stay active, stay healthy in your retirement. Look at how you're going to manage your free time. How are you going to eat? Who are your peers? What are you going to do in retirement? Those are some of the things that we want to have planned out.
I like that. I like that because you're talking about the whole person, not just the financial person. And this is actually this retirement readiness, I believe, is one of our handouts that we have attached. So be sure you download these so you have this information. And yeah, it's one of those things we don't want to just stop and say, it's all about the money. There's a lot of other things involved when we retire. And doggone it, I'm going to have fun. I'll tell you that. All right.
I have a long list.
I bet you do. Well, you've already been to Greece. What else? I mean, come on. All right. Now, Janet, on the laser site, I found the coolest thing. I found your members self-service area. And I went ahead and signed. It was real easy to sign up for. I loved that. What kinds of information can we find there? And what kind of actions can we do there?
Okay, well, on the home page,
Mm-hmm.
at the very top, there's a login link,
Mm-hmm.
and you log in as a member,
Mm-hmm.
and you have access to generating your own estimates.
Mm-hmm.
You can project estimates. Glenn, you said that you were going to retire when you are 60 years old, and you're only a baby, so you can project what your benefit would be at age 60.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Also, that's a good tool to use. Let's say you find out what your benefit would be at age 60, Glenn, and you say, "Ugh, maybe I can't live on that."
Good point.
So, should I take a promotion? Should I buy years, and so forth? So that's a way you can play with some numbers.
Mm-hmm.
So that's a good tool to use. Also, remember self-service. You can review your credit history, your service credit history. Make sure all your years are right. You can download your annual statements. We send those out in the spring of every year, and you could apply for paperless annual statements instead of waiting to receive them in the mail. You have access to them online. Also, you can request an appointment. The lady that called in about how early should she apply, she could apply for an appointment when she's eligible within 18 months from retirement. She can request an appointment one-on-one to talk to an analyst.
That's great.
And there's a lot more.
Mm-hmm.
We have numerous tools in member self-service that really helps our membership.
That's great. It's nice because it gives you a little control to be able to look at some of those things and touch it and check it out, and you can even change your basic information, address, and information like that y'all need.
Can't
right?
change your address.
Not address,
like
but okay.
Phone numbers,
that was
email addresses.
Yes.
But not your address.
Right. Okay.
So
good deal.
You have to change your address with your human resource office.
That makes sense.
Yes.
All right. Did we have some more questions coming in?
We do have a couple of questions rolling in. People are interested in the ability to purchase extra time. So combining a couple questions here. Can unused sick leave or annual leave be used to purchase airtime, or can you use your deferred comp to buy service time?
The simple answer to your question is you cannot use sick or annual leave to buy service credit, but you can roll money over from a deferred comp account, an IRA, but there's many different ways that you can pay for a purchase. You can roll over money. You can pay with personal check, money orders.
Mm-hmm.
We do suggest that if you're going to roll money from a plan, let's say a ABC company, you plan ahead by talking to that company and seeing what is required to roll that money over, because it could take a little while. It could take 3 months to get all the paperwork in line. So
that's good information. Mm-hmm. That's good. What else did y'all have over there as far as questions? Did you have something else?
I think we're caught up now.
All right, good deal. All right, Janet. Now, I loved lasersonline.org. That is a great site. It has got so much information. What kind of information can we find there? I mean, it's everything.
Where do you start?
Yeah, I know.
We have I love to call it a user-friendly website. Any publication that we mention today is located on our website. Mm-hmm. Also, any latest news. Let's say we're following the legislature very closely.
Oh, I bet.
That is the legislation that could affect lasers. You can follow that on the website. Any retirement updates, legislative updates.
Mm-hmm.
You can sign up for email updates. We call it Member Connection.
Mm-hmm.
You can sign up for that. We send out emails to you, and your email is going to say Member Connection, and it's going to give you the latest and the greatest news from Lasers.
Great.
So we send out quite a few of them a month. You can also register for the various workshops that we have. And we have numerous workshops offered through the Retirement Education Department. And they are mentioned in a lot of our publications.
And those
as
are like
well.
throughout the state, huh?
Throughout the state, in all the major cities.
And by the way, can an agency actually request for y'all to come and talk to them?
Absolutely. That we do workshops. It's kind of a specified workshop for specific, subject matter that we'll cover for them. And we'll go to the agency, and it doesn't matter where they are.
How do they
going up to the very tippy top of the state and the very bottom of the state? So
how do they request that?
they just give Lasers a call at the main number. And who's ever answered the phone, if Carlos answers the phone, he's going to send me an email, and I'll give that agency a call to set it up.
Great.
And then we also would love to mention all the videos that are out there. We have.
They're good.
You've already mentioned the one with Jenny, but we have a lot of other videos that are online that a variety of topics that can be discussed.
And the cool thing is they are so many of the questions that I automatically had. It was like, oh yeah, here's one. It was like every question I had, I could click on a video to answer it. So that's a really valuable resource.
Absolutely. And I highly recommend, referring people to the website in order to view any topic that's related to retirement.
And Carlos, this was what I had the picture of, just the site, some of the videos that they had on there. Any recommendations as far as those videos?
Well, actually, I think all of our videos are useful, and all of them you should watch. The topics, we cover a wide range of topics that will include determining your retirement plan, drop, deferred compensation, purchasing service, unused leave, Social Security. We also have a new animated video that I like really well. It's titled Your Future Self, and I believe our members will find that video both entertaining and very useful.
I like that. Okay, cool. Yeah, y'all are very creative. The information on there is done in a way that's fun.
I believe so.
All right. Okay, of course, the members guide that we have attached today to our program, it has so many of the answers to the questions that people will have. What about the retirement readiness planner? What sort of information will we find there?
Okay, but the retirement readiness includes a wealth of information that's useful when preparing for retirement. And it's got information on the Lasers website. Everything that we have on the website, it's listed in that booklet. And then also it mentions, member self-service. Once you're retired, you have access to the website and to your information as well. So recently, we have a large number of people that are filling out or completing their income taxes. And we mailed out their 1099s, but they've lost them. So
of course.
It might be 2 days before the deadline, and they're wanting to know if we can give them a new 1099, where they can have access to it online.
Oh,
So
wow.
As a retiree,
that's more like it.
You have access to through member self-service to your account. Also, we have a list of all the various links that are available online, and helpful links like OGB. We've mentioned that.
Oh, yeah.
Deferred comp. You have links to all that, and they're all listed in retirement readiness. In other words, this is just a one-stop shop that they have access to. And also, it provides an overview of the different ways you can purchase years of service.
Oh, great, because I think that's going to be a lot of interest. I did not attach the retirement readiness. Is that available on the website?
Absolutely.
Okay, good.
Absolutely.
Okay,
under publications.
Okay.
Absolutely. That's the latest and the greatest brochures. Also, in the Retirement Readiness Planner, you'll find a list of all the different education seminars. So usually we ask that HR personnel call us to schedule workshops. But if you were in an office where, maybe your HR person is in another, in Baton Rouge and you're up in Monroe, as long as you've got 15, 20 people, we'll come to your office. Okay.
Okay.
Also, there's a countdown to retirement in that retirement readiness brochure. It basically starts out about 12 months out from your date of retirement and tells you what you need to do.
Wow.
Okay. And then there's also a personal data organizer, a place that you can list all your assets, all your liabilities. And this is something that you need to complete and tell a trusted loved one where you put it, because it helps them close your estate when you pass. So that's another tool that's in that retirement readiness.
Well, that's a great tool that we need to think about. Okay. Excellent stuff. Now, I think we're getting some more questions in.
We do. We have a question here asking, if hired before June 30th of 2006 and they left state service but did not take the money from Lasers, then returned to state service, would that person be eligible for the regular plan?
Regular one plan, yes. So if I understand the question is, if they were hired on or before June 30th of 06, they left, they didn't take their money out, they didn't refund their employee contributions, would they be, and they come back, would they still be in the regular one plan? Yes.
Okay, so you stick with the plan you started with. Okay. What else do we have?
We also have a question asking, can we transfer over traditional IRAs?
Can we transfer over traditional IRAs to purchase service?
It's not specific.
Well, the only way we take money from, we don't accept money, outside money. We have to.
So we don't just deposit that.
Right.
Right.
Just
Okay.
deposit
Yeah.
money. If you want to buy years of service, purchase years of service, can you transfer money from a tax qualified plan? Yes.
Excellent. Good idea. Good questions. Boy, y'all know some stuff on this.
Oh.
I can imagine you get questions all over the place.
When you ever read my brain.
This is fascinating, though, and it's amazing. I mean, there's so many different ways. There's so many different ways that we can actually build on these plans that it's very interesting. And I know that that's what a lot of people are interested in, because some of us came later. It's interesting. A lot of us came later to state service, and so we're looking at those ways to build up what we have. And I think that's what we're interested in.
I just have a point of clarification, because we are getting some questions that coming in specific about like Medicare and insurance. Those would be questions that would be directed to OGB, correct?
OGB and Medicare would be Social Security. Okay. And let me tell you something. OGB's website, very user friendly, and the Social Security website, information about Medicare, their website is just as user friendly as ours. And we do have links on the Lasers website to go to OGB and Social Security.
Okay, and for some of these people who have very specific questions that deal with their cases, they need to go to the Lasers online site and be able to put that in the questions there, right?
Ask Lasers.
Okay.
Go to Ask Lasers.
Okay, great. Because I think that will help a lot of people, because I have a feeling we have a number more of those specific questions. Anything else there that we can answer at this time? Okay. Anything? I just wanted to open it up in case there were some other things that you would like to bring up as far as encouraging people to be able to talk to you, or other ways they can get in touch with you, anything that would help, because some of us don't know enough to ask questions. Let's put it that way. All right.
I hear that all
yes.
the time.
And so, I know that the coming to your seminars, being able to come to those is going to help us a lot. If there's not one in the near future in our area, having someone that we can call and talk to.
There's kind of a saying, if you start thinking today about what you're going to do tomorrow, you need to plan. In other words, we work with future retirees all the time, so we understand the benefits back and forth. But, a lot of people don't even think about their retirement until they're a year away, or we have people call us on Monday wanting to retire Friday, and they haven't done one thing. So, you need to plan. This is something that you need to plan early for your retirement.
So it makes it worthwhile for us to go to and start figuring out how much we're going to draw on retirement now, so that we can see whether we need to supplement that. That makes sense to me. And it sounds like 18 months before retirement is sort of a magical time that we really need to kick into gear and start doing things, huh?
Even earlier than that, we have what we call early career workshops. And we try to hit the new state employees within the first 6 months to a year of being employed with the state. So they know about all these different tools, deferred comp, planning, all the different, being ready for retirement. Some people don't never think about it. They think they're invincible at 23, 24, 25 years old.
Well, there are those of us who think of the lottery as our retirement system. We see how well that works for us. Yes. So this is a much better one, and it's guaranteed. Our money's safe in there. That you don't hear that many places nowadays.
No, you don't.
So it's a wonderful feeling. Is there anything else that we have on there?
It was pretty much already answered. Just asking about attending a prep seminar. Is that something that they can attend at any time during their?
Yes, I mean they can attend we call it PREP, a pre-retirement education program, and we have them all across the state in all the major cities. Shreveport, Monroe, Alexandria, Lake Charles, Lafayette, Baton Rouge. We have them in Baton Rouge monthly, and you can go online and register for a workshop.
Okay.
There's a link on the homepage
on lasersonline.org.
And,
okay.
They can register. They can go to as many as they want to. And sometimes I'll have a workshop and say, is this your 4th or 5th time? Because
whatever it takes.
The more you hear about your retirement, the more comfortable you will be.
I think that's part of what we need. We need to get sort of the fear out of it because it's something that we don't think about that much. And when we hear these terms, we hear all these unusual terms that you use, we start feeling fear because we don't understand it. The more we come to things like that, the more we read these great publications that you have, the more comfortable we're going to get. It's just like anything that you learn more about.
We have early, we have our prep. A week ago, we had what we call a retirement readiness fair. And
that was the one here in Baton Rouge. That was such a big turnout, huh?
A huge turnout. So we're going to start having those. We're talking semi-annually.
Oh, great.
One in Baton Rouge, maybe one in North Louisiana.
Oh, excellent.
And they'll be announced.
Okay.
Via member connection if you sign up.
Okay, so we need to go. Okay, folks, you got that. We need to go sign up for the member connection so we know when the next ones are coming up and we can start planning and be more knowledgeable about our futures.
Absolutely.
Talk about taking some stress off of you, knowing a little bit more and actually taking control of your future instead of just waiting for it to happen and 18 months before, saying, okay, am I ready, or a week before, hey, I want to retire. This gives us a chance to take control. Excellent stuff. These guides, okay, the retirement readiness, just to remind y'all, the retirement readiness planner you can find at lasersonline.org in their publications. The Member's Guide to Retirement, I do have that attached to this webinar. So if you look down the right side of your screen, down to the handouts, you'll find that's in there along with a couple of other overview documents. So you'll have some basic information to start with there. If you had individual questions that we couldn't answer today because they're too specific, that's lasersonline.org. Go to that Ask Lasers section on that or contact us and they can give you some more information on that and help you through those. And then, of course, there's always, even more detailed things that we can do. We can actually have appointments with you, those sorts of things. So you're just available to us in a number of different ways.
We're there to serve you. We provide probably the best customer service in the state.
And she says that smiling. I love it. She means it. So there's a lot of things out there that can help you with planning for your retirement. And then, like Carlos, like you were talking about, the full thing of retirement, not just the money part, but thinking about yourself, your health, connections, all of that. I really believe that is part of what's important for all of us is being able to think about the whole person, what we're going to do when we retire, what we're going to do as far as taking care of ourselves, because it's not just about the money. So anything like that. Do y'all have anything you want to add?
Well, just being ready for retirement, and you can't plan early enough.
Okay.
The
Makes
sooner
sense.
the better.
Mm-hmm.
Staying healthy, have financial security,
Mm-hmm.
being happy, thinking about, what are you going to do in retirement? You need to plan for that.
Yeah. It's a second
Or do
chance.
you have hobbies?
Mm-hmm.
You got to think about all those different things. And,
So
you're gonna have a different group of friends when you retire. So are you planning to go back to work or those kind of things?
Yeah. Okay. Excellent. Great information. And like I said, the handouts today, look on your page there and you'll see the handouts, and we have the overview documents and the members guide, more information on the site. Anything else?
We do have some questions here. Lots of folks interested in sort of getting ahead of the game. Lots of questions about airtime. We have one that says, how many years does the employee have to be working in order to purchase airtime?
Oh, to buy airtime, you have to have worked, or you have to have 5 years in lasers, but you don't have to be actively contributing to lasers. You don't have to be working for the state, but you have to have 5 years in lasers in order to make a purchase of airtime.
Okay.
And we also have a question asking, do you offer early career workshops in other parts of the state?
Do we offer early career workshops in other parts of the state? Yes. All we have to do is get requests for them.
All right, North Louisiana, join me. Let's request one of these soon, okay?
We may be up in Monroe doing a prep in the morning, and we can do early careers at an agency in the afternoon. Give us a call.
I guarantee you, I am now signing up for Member Connection.
Yeah. Call the toll-free number if you're from North Louisiana or anywhere outside of Baton Rouge. We have a 1-800 number. Just give us a call.
And piggybacking off of that, there's a question asking prep workshops, who are they geared towards? 2 years pre-retirement, 5 years pre-retirement?
In other words, when can you go to a prep?
Mm-hmm.
You can go to a prep at any time, but since we have implemented the early career, you can go to early career and you just hear the terminology and, the basics about retirement.
Mm-hmm.
And then we say 5-10 years away, from retirement, go to a prep.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. There's other sites that are connected. You said Deferred Comp has a separate, is that a separate website they go to?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And there's the newer program, the Empower, is that another one that they go to?
Okay. Empower Retirement administers Louisiana Deferred Compensation.
Okay.
It used to be called, they were administered by Great West, but they rebranded, everybody rebranded.
Okay. All right.
So many years.
Okay.
They rebranded Empower Retirement.
Okay, so that's Deferred Comp. That's all one thing. Okay, I'm learning. I'll get the hang of this stuff.
It's definitely a learning curve.
Okay.
When you start talking about retirement, there's a lot of information to understand it.
Well, y'all make it very nice because you're very approachable. You're very friendly to work with, and I'm looking forward to calling you and asking you a lot more stupid questions.
No question is stupid.
Bless you.
Yeah.
Bless you for that.
Yeah.
Although I will try your patience. All right. So just a reminder, folks, you got the past webinars are on the State Civil Service YouTube channel. Just go to YouTube and search for Louisiana State Civil Service. It'll come up and it'll bring up the webinars. So you've got those on there. And of course, we want to remind you, just keep checking out the webinars, because next month we're going to be talking about legendary leadership. And we'll be talking about some ideas to develop leadership skills. And it doesn't matter what your title is. It doesn't matter what level you are in the organization. A leader happens at every level of an organization. And we're going to give you some great ideas of ways to develop that leadership skill and to be more of a factor and make a difference in the places that you work. And that is our program for today. I thank you. I thank y'all so much for coming to visit today.
Our pleasure. We enjoyed it.
We really appreciate all this information. I know that y'all are going to be getting a lot more questions. People are going to be checking out the website, and I'm glad they've got this information in the booklet forms too. That's going to help them out a lot. But thank you for being a part of the program today.
Thank you, Christy. Thanks for inviting us.
Thank you.
And thank you to our viewers. We appreciate you being a part of this. Don't forget, get ready for next month's, and you will be getting an email. Please check that out. Tell us what you think. It'll have a survey link. Tell us what you'd like more webinars on. Tell us anything else like that. And we will keep up with you, and we will talk to you next month on the third Thursday at 1 o'clock. Until then, keep on learning.